Chapter 7, Mishnah 8. The previous Mishnah taught that if a man married a woman who has physical defects, he can divorce her without paying her kesubah. And if he had made the marriage conditional on her not having defects, not even a get is required. This law, however, applies only where the defects existed before the betrothal, erusin. If they developed after she was betrothed, he must pay the kesubah. The Mishnah addresses a case in which it is unknown when they developed. If defects were first found in her home when she was still a Nara, living in her father's home, that is during the period of betrothal, and it is not known whether they existed before the betrothal, in which case the husband need not pay the kesubah, or they developed after the betrothal, in which case he must pay, the laws as follows. The father of the Nara needs to bring proof that these defects developed after she was betrothed, and his field flooded, that is, the defects are the result of the husband's bad luck. In order to claim the kesubah, the father must prove that the bride did not have the defects until after the betrothal. If he is unable to prove this, the kesubah is not paid. However, if the defects were first found in her after she entered her husband's domain, nisuin, the husband needs to bring proof that these defects existed before she was betrothed, and thus his purchase was a mistaken one, i.e., the betrothal was made under false pretenses, which would mean that it never took effect and he does not owe her a kesubah. In this case, where the defects were discovered after the nisuin, the burden of proof is on the husband. He must pay unless he could prove that they already existed before the betrothal. These are the words of Rebbe Meir. The sages limit a husband's ability to make any claim about physical defects. The sages say, in what case does this ruling apply? That is, when can a husband claim that the marriage is invalid because he found that his wife has physical defects? He can make such a claim only regarding defects are in the hidden part of the body. Since he would not have been aware of hidden defects, it is up to the bride's family to tell him about them. If they did not do so, he could claim that they tricked him into marrying her. But regarding defects in exposed parts of the body, he cannot claim that he was tricked, because he presumably noticed them and still decided to marry her. And if there is a public bathhouse in the city where she lives, he cannot make a claim even regarding hidden defects, because he presumably examined her through his female relatives. That is, his female relatives would have seen her defects and told him of them.